Add astro. Thank you for take me up. Let's fly!
I'd have lost myself long ago if I allowed myself to be led by the whispers of the abyss. Surviving is tough, but taming the beast within is tougher.
Wow! Time sure flies when you're having fun. Oh, Paimon's exhausted. Guess it's about time to head back and get some rest. Let's fly!
Long trip ahead?
Take me up!
Come on, buddy! Be right there!
Let's burn this breeze.
Come on, buddy!
Morning, Paimon. Thought I'd come over and say hi, puffer, floaters, and all.
Morning, Mualani. How are you so full of energy? Weren't you the one partying the hardest last night?
That was last night. I got a good night's sleep, and now I'm good as new. Here, take this. It's your prize for completing the album. I picked yours up, too, to save you the trip.
Wow! Thanks, Mualani. That was so nice.
When it comes to helping people, a good guide always thinks one step ahead, right? Oh, and speaking of work, I guess our vacation's almost over, huh? Probably for the best. If I don't head back soon, I'm worried my little doggy won't even remember me. And after talking to the others, it seems like everyone is just about ready to get back. Some are missing their families. Others are going through dandelion wine withdrawal, I guess. Even Chaska seems to be feeling it. Not that she'd ever admit it, but I have noticed her gazing back towards the Flower Feather clan at night. But summer's not over yet, so I say, we squeeze a few more unforgettable moments into the time we've got left. Like another group photo.
Hey, how about taking one right here? After all this time, Paimon's grown kind of attached to this place.
Great idea! Why don't you spruce up this wall, and I'll go gather the others. See you over at the plaza! over here! We're gonna take a picture together! Oh, not bad, not bad. You're all looking full of energy this morning. Not a trace of bedhead or dark circles in sight.
Whoa, you even look out for stuff like that?
Well, what kind of guide would I be if I didn't pay attention to the details?
Yeah, and what kind of bard would I be if I didn't appreciate a good drink?
What's that got to do with anything?
Somehow, though, I know exactly what he means.
Do you really think that? Or are you just playing along to keep tone-deaf Bard happy, too?
I see no harm in a bit of nonsense.
Here, put on this Asha headband. It's a souvenir from the rest of us.
It really suits you.
Alrighty then. 3, 2, 1.
Paimon?
Sorry. All that nonsense has got Paimon's head muddled. Her mind's gone completely blank.
Don't want it all to end, huh? Are you worried once you say those words, the vacation will officially be over?
How the... Paimon thought peacemakers couldn't read people's minds.
Oh, Paimon.
Don't worry, Paimon. Summer's sure to come again. Just like you said when you made that wish to the Pyro Archon. Even though we'll all be going our separate ways, as long as we cherish each other's friendship, I just know that our paths will cross again.
Bennett's becoming quite the talker, huh, Professor Venti?
Well, I wouldn't dare take credit for something like that.
Your tone would suggest otherwise. Come on! Paimon was just starting to feel inspired!
Why don't we just give it another try?
Yeah, let's do it all together this time.
Huh. What should we shout?
Sounds good!
3, 2, 1. Lucky Star!
So, what are your plans for the future, Bennett?
If you're having trouble deciding, you can always park it in the People of the Springs for a bit, or however long you want, really.
Thanks for the kind offer, Moalani. I actually went to see the Pyro Archon to tell her how grateful I am for everything she's done for me. She told me that the domain we entered was an abyssal simulation of the Mare Javari. It was extremely unstable, and now it's completely gone. Later, when we got on to talking about my future, she said I was more than welcome to stay here in Natlan, but also that she would respect my decision, whatever it turned out to be. And after thinking it over, long and hard, I've decided to return to Mondstadt.
You miss your dads, don't you?
That's definitely part of it. I promised to tell them everything that happened on this adventure, and I can't go back on my word. But also, when I said goodbye to my mom and dad, I promised them I'd become the most legendary adventurer in all of Teyvat someday. And no adventurer should stay in one place for too long.
Bennett.
What if your luck starts going downhill again the moment you leave Natlan?
It's fine. The warmth and kindness I've experienced on this adventure is enough to get me through all the challenges that lie ahead. as I attempt to shape my own fate. I want to take that same kindness and pass it forward. That's something I've always believed in.
Hear, hear! To our leader!
To our leader, Bennett! Cheers!
Oh, this is gonna be another all-nighter, isn't it?
The fun never stops! Who's up to perform next?
Bennett's almost fallen asleep several times now.
No. I can still keep going.
Go get some rest now, guys. And seeing as you've still got the energy, I'll leave the cleanup to you, Mualani.
Huh? Why me?
Traveler, perhaps you could join me for a walk? I know a great spot.
You might be tone deaf, but you sure know how to sniff out a good view.
Glad you like it. Some stories aren't meant for the birds, only for the stars high in the sky. More like a story that begins with time itself. Long, long ago, time began to write the story of this world. To her, all living beings were equal, both in their value and in significance. Like an ancient scroll, she engraved upon her memory all people, all events, all encounters, and all farewells. Back then, as an animal spirit, I had a chance encounter with time at the Thousand Winds Temple. Hearing my wishes, she entrusted me with fragments of her power and authority. Sounds like you've heard the story of time and the wind before. Charming, isn't it? Through the memories engraved in rituals, poems, ruins, and ancient texts, the same beings she considered so insignificant have met her, time and time again.
So, this is the story you wanted to share?
more like the prologue. The corruption of the Mare Javari is tied to time itself. To put it another way, it is a calamity present in every moment that will ever be. Unlike time herself, I have always cherished many wishes in my heart. 500 years ago, to prevent the corruption of the Mare Javari from spreading beyond Tenochtitlan, I blew it off the timeline, turning it into the Windless Land. Oops, seems like I may have confused you. If you're asking about how the Mare Javari disappeared from Tenochtitlan 2 or 3 decades ago, there may be someone else better suited to tell that story. The Mare Javari has been the bearer of too many stories that weren't meant to be its own. I merely played a part in one of its chapters. And the choice I made 500 years ago came with a price. Some souls were unable to return to Mondstadt as a result, while others stayed to settle in this land, merging with the Monitu to become the Asha we see today.
So the reason you're here in Tenochtitlan is because...
Correct. I'm here to collaborate with the current Pyro Archon, Mawika. Correct again. The flame was our signal. Only by having Mawika open a rift between that space and the true Mare Javari could I sneak in and bring back all the souls who wish to return. As for my little trick of bringing back memories as well, it's not the first time I've pulled that off. Mawika also mentioned that you were planning to introduce us. Looks like I beat you to it, huh? I was glad to discover that she shares my love for fine wine and freedom. We got along great. Well, it really took it out of me for a few days. In fact, I still feel pretty dead on my feet even now.
Oh, really?
But thinking of all the Aether mead and dandelion wine still left to drink, I suppose I can hang in there a little longer.
You don't look that tired to Paimon. So, don't think you can just pull out that little excuse and we'll suddenly foot all your bills.
Oh, how you wound me, Paimon! You'll hook me up with some good liquor, won't you, traveler? I suppose to protect Mondstadt, and that everyone who wishes to stay there has the freedom to choose their own path.
A little
Time for takeoff.
Knock them down. This is about to get messy. Locked on! Locked on! Fire in the hole!
Catch an epic wave!
The pinnacle of excellence!
Show no fear. A dash of frosting.
Think you can get away? Yeah! Time for takeoff.
Hold on to your hats.
Carving wave! Surf's up! Chill out!
Off to the freezer! A burst of flavor!
Let's shred, Sharky!
Let's fly! Locked on! Fire in the hole!
Catch an epic wave!
Oh, watch the surfboard! The pinnacle of excellence! A dash of frost!
Think you can get away? Brace yourself.
Open fire!
I'd have lost myself long ago if I allowed myself to be led by the whispers of the abyss. Surviving is tough. Taming the beast within is tougher.
This place is incredible! Perfect for a bit of cardio, huh? Around about my third lap, a few Asha started trailing me out of curiosity. But by the 10th, they all had collapsed by the roadside. I'm letting them rest, for now at least. Let's hope we see some progress tomorrow. Let's fly!
Look! There are people over there! Auroron and Aoife!
Oh, Gramps and Paimon. I knew those were voices I recognized.
Browse! Browse!
Ha! You're here at the resort too? Man, it's been a while.
Yep. Chaska told us you've been working here. Guess we were bound to run into each other at some point.
Yeah, for sure. Yo, this place has a nice vibe to it, don't you think? I hear everyone's been having a blast.
Definitely. With any luck, it'll only get better and we'll get even more visitors. What about you two? How's your work going?
Not bad. The Saurian staff and the aphids are all in good health and full of energy, so we had some free time on our hands. Thought we'd take a look around.
Aphid staff.
Huh?
The aphids are part of the staff too. You missed that part.
You can say that again, bro!
Right. My bad. I'm grateful to our entire staff, of course, and to Mr. Auroron for looking out for them so proactively.
We got here early to fight for an important cause. That's its own reward.
You see, this is my bro's first time getting a formal invitation like that, and as you could probably tell, he's very, committed.
See? Gramps knows what he's talking about. Every day, we get a new chance to fight for what's important. Kakuku taught me that.
But aren't you just fishing? Since when did that count as fighting for what's important? Do you even hear yourself?
Since it was suggested by a friend, of course. He's a famous adventurer from Mondstadt with incredible luck. If he says it'll work, who are we to argue?
Yeah, that bro spun a stick around and it ended up pointing at this pond. As Auroron put it, better to follow luck where it leads than try to make your own. So we came to fish here.
Okay, even if that made sense, this pond is surrounded by capybaras. Can you even fish here?
Of course. Capybaras are gentle creatures, so we're good. Besides, when life gives you water, you fish. That's what Granny taught me.
Ah, another one of Granny's pearls of wisdom, along with, when life gives you food, you eat. Or, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade.
Exactly. Except we're the ones handing you lemons this time, Gramps and Paimon. Since you're here, why don't you fish with us?
And to up the ante a bit, whoever catches the biggest fish gets a pint of Auroron's Aphamide.
Now that's an offer Paimon can get behind. Did you forget who you're dealing with here? We never back away from a challenge, and the Traveler is a tough opponent.
I got your game face on, I see. All right, I'm down.
As the elder, you should go first, Gramps.
Wow, the competition's really heating up. Here comes a pro move from the Traveler, and there's a fight! The Traveler reels it in, and up comes a... Hold on, is that an Asha?
Wow, not exactly the kind of catch I was expecting. Not super sure how we're gonna judge that.
Nice one, Gramps. We'll have to see if anyone manages to reel in something even more special. Otherwise, that might be enough for the win.
Thanks, everyone. I'm up against some fierce competition, but I think I've got a shot. Let's hope my grandson is right.
Quite the impressive showing from the Traveler. That'll be a tough act for the remaining two competitors to follow. Eva, you're up! You've got this, bro! Teamwork makes the dream work!
Sorry, Kakuku. There's no room for teamwork here.
Whoa! Look alive, bros! I've got something!
Looks like Eva reeled in a Kaholasaur, towing a capybara? Not sure what's going on there.
Impressive. Eva's always had a way with animals.
Oh, wait, I think there's something wrong with this Kaholasaur's tail. I think he might have cut it on a rock. And I'm guessing this capybara was trying to help.
Or the capybara was trying to eat his tail.
No way, bro. Kakuku, can you go ask?
Yep, you got it, bro.
See? Haha, knew I was right. No, wait, that's not what's important right now.
Aw, a new friendship. Looks like today is their lucky day too.
2?
That's right. It's my turn, and I have a feeling I'm going to win this thing.
Teamwork makes the dream work, bro.
Guessing that's your way of rooting for us, little guy. Where did you even learn that?
Fishing cheerleader sounds too lackluster. We're fighting for something important. It needs to have a bit more Huh?
What is that? Quick, out of the way!
Okay, this one looks a bit unusual, but it's another capybara. And he charged at us! Didn't you say they're supposed to be gentle creatures?
He must be fighting for something important too. I can sense it. Or maybe not. I guess that's just us. But he is upset.
Oh, hey, little dude! Awesome, bro! What? Is Kakuku trying to talk him down or something?
Comfort him, more like. He might not look it, but Kakuku has an amazing bedside manner.
Huh. Even with his, limited vocabulary?
When you're talking to a capybara, I don't think human vocabulary matters much, Paimon.
Oh, right.
We just need to trust the little broski. Besides, when you're trying to communicate, I think tone carries more weight than the actual words. For example, hello means I'm happy. But hello means I'm frustrated. And hello, that's anger, a sign to run and hide because danger is near.
Okay. Paimon doesn't completely follow, but she'll take your word for it.
Oh, my pleasure. It's the method I came up with to communicate with the aphids.
Aphid staff. Remember, bro?
No, not just the staff. There are aphids who didn't want to join, you know. I understand their feelings, of course, and I respect their decision.
Then maybe you can throw some of that understanding my way, bro. I'm at my wit's end here.
Huh, really? I thought you'd be proud. See? Look over there.
For real? Wow! Wow! Whoa! Looks like they really hit it off.
Okay, well, I am a little proud, but... Huh? Auroron!
Don't worry, I've got this. Hello, Capybara King. Do you want something to eat? I have a fresh batch of Aoife's cookies here.
Capybara King?
He ate them! Huh. Looks like that perked him up for sure. Oh dear! Oh dear! Hold on. How did our fishing competition turn into a petting zoo? Huh, true. Well, guess this makes Auroron the winner? Considering he managed to catch this, Capybara King or whatever.
Sure. Auroron wins. None of us managed to catch an actual fish anyway.
Nice. Then I get the mead. Although, it was mine to begin with.
Well, you get to keep it. That's something, right?
True. And the Capybara King left us a little something extra, too. Look, I think it's a gift.
A gift egg and a picture? Huh. The location in this picture looks familiar.
Does that mean the Capybara King wants us to go there? Kinda seems like that, right?
Yeah, definitely something to check out if you've got some time. Yeah, who knows? But we should come prepared just in case.
Take me up! Locked on! Bullseye! Bullseye! Bullseye!
Let's burn this breeze.
Locked on! Locked on!
Let's burn this breeze.
Bullseye! Locked on!
Be right there!
Let's burn this breeze. Let's burn this breeze.
Open fire! Open fire! Open fire!
Mind your step! I thought the war was over.
Locked on!
Let's go!
Open fire!
Knock him down.
Be right there!
Let's burn this breeze.
Bullseye! Open fire!
Let's burn this breeze.
Open fire!
Be right there!
Locked on! Bullseye! Fire in the hole!
Let's burn this breeze.
Bullseye! Up to the freezer! Up and away!
Let's burn this breeze.
Open fire!
Hold on to your hats.
Be right there!
Let's burn this breeze.
Bullseye! A little amuse-bouche!
Let's go!
Bullseye! Bullseye!
Be right there!
Take me up! Bullseye!
Let's burn this breeze.
Mind the wind.
Let's burn this breeze. Let's burn this breeze.
Open fire! A little moose boost! Let's fly! Open fire! Open fire!
Let's burn this breeze.
Bullseye! Locked on! Take me up!
Easy now, Kakuku. Be right there.